everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a mandala and attach it to an embroidery hoop. This is so fun, and I have like a million of these embroidery hoops and I never know what to do with them, but I figured out a way to crocheted mandalas and then attach them to embroidery hoops. So I'm going to teach you this one today. This one is a 10-inch diameter all the way around here embroidery hoop that we're going to attach this mandala to. So I'll get into the supplies and then answer some frequently asked questions, and then we'll get into making this beautiful piece. So thank you to Red Heart Yarns for providing the yarn today. We are using 7 different colors today. I'll go through them here. This is berry, then dark orchid, then gold, spring green, pool, flamingo, and jade. Now those are the colors I'm using, but you can use any colors you want, basically any yarn you want. You can use a cotton, double knitting, worsted weight, polyester, any type of yarn really. This is a lot of fun to make and it's very easy. This is only 9 rounds of a pattern, and then the 10th round is attaching it to the embroidery hoop itself. So these embroidery hoops come like this. There are 2 hoops, an inner and an outer hoop. And then they unscrew here, and I get a lot of these at like garage sales or at the thrift shop, just secondhand. There's so many. You just unscrew that, and then there's 2 hoops, and we'll be crocheting around the inner hoop here, and I'll demonstrate how to do that a little later in this tutorial. So you can find these really anywhere at any thrift shop, or I see them a lot at garage sales, you guys. So they're so fabulous, and I collect them, and I'm making like different sized ones. There's the 10-inch one is the one we're using today, but there's a 6-inch one here, and then I don't know what this size is, smaller, and then the 10-inch, and then there's a 12-inch as well. So they are big. They're small to big, and you can use any ones you want. So we're going to do the 10-inch today. We're also going to need an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters. This super fancy handle hook is from the Etsy shop, Would Be Fancy. This is hand-carved ergonomic wooden handle, and they are super fabulous. They're fixed in there. You can get these at the Etsy shop, Would Be Fancy. I'll put the link in the description of this video. You guys, these are selling like hotcakes, and you need one too, because this is so fabulous. I've used these in all of my video tutorials this year and in all of my projects. I just love this hook so much, so make sure you get that. They have right-handed, left-handed. You can hold it like this, you can hold it like this. It's really comfortable the way you hold these. So get yours at the Etsy shop, Would Be Fancy. Also, you're going to need a measure tape to measure your piece here. Like I said, that's 10 inches across there, and scissors and a yarn needle will help to cut your yarn and sew in some ends when we change color so often, because we're changing color pretty much every round in this project. So those are all the supplies you need. Now for this project, if you wanted to make this smaller, you would have to use a smaller crochet hook, or you can end at an earlier round and just omit the last few rounds, but I don't really have different sizing. But like I said, this is 10 inches and you can use any yarn you want. So those are usually the questions I get is sizing, but you can use this for the wall hanging or for like the embroidery hoop. You know, you can use it for decoration at your home, or you don't even have to have the embroidery hoop. You can just have the mandala and have it as a nice tabletop, like a doily style little like hot pad, or just a cute decoration on the tabletop. There's so many different things you can do with this. So have fun with it. Enjoy this crochet tutorial. Before I begin, I do have to mention there are links in the description of this video. So there's a link to where you can get all of these supplies, the embroidery hoops, even this little measure tape. I know a lot of you like my little lamb measure tape. You can check that link in the description of this video to get that. The hooks are all in there too, so make sure you get all the supplies. And thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He's our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos, so make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and continue watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's get started and make this beautiful mandala. Alright, let's start out with a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold that down and pull that through and pull tight, and then you can insert your hook and we can begin. Let's start out by chaining 4. So yarn over and pull through. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go all the way to the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go in and then yarn over and pull it through and through that loop on your hook also. Okay, so that creates a ring. Now if you want to start with a magic ring, you can, but we're going to go right into round 1 by chaining up 3. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And in this ring right here, we're going to put 15 double crochets now. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 of your loops right here, and then yarn over and pull through those other 2 loops on your hook. Okay, that is a double crochet. So it looks like we have 2 there. We need a total of 16 including this chain up 3 here. So there's 1 and 2, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we have 3 stitches so far because, like I said, that chain up 3 counts. So 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see I'm working in a circular form as well, because this is a circle. There's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, gotta squeeze them in there, 16. Okay, so I put 15 double crochets into the ring, but with this chain up 3 right here, that counts as a stitch, so you should have 16 stitches around. If you need to, count back, and then slip stitch to this beginning chain up 3. So right at the top here in this front loop and in the back loop there, go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, and pull tight, and there's round 1. I'm just pulling that center there closed so that there's no hole in there, and I'll sew in this straggler. Now if you did the magic ring, you won't have that issue at all, and your piece would be sewn in already. So now going on to round 2, if you are not changing color, just chain up 1 and go on to round 2 with me, but I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn because I'm going to change color. There we go, and then pull that all the way through and pull tight. I'm going to grab this flamingo color. I actually have this flamingo color left over from the flamingo booties that I just made recently. So now I am going to start in any stitch around. I'm just going to start where we fastened off, but you can start in any stitch. I'm just going to go right in here and hook on that new color and pull that through. Okay, just like that. I kind of just folded it in half and pulled it through. And now we're going to chain 1 and then single crochet into that same stitch. So go back into that same stitch where you just attached, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, just like that. Okay, so there's a single crochet in there. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then skip the next stitch right here and single crochet into the next stitch right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So very simple round for round 2. Just chain 3 and then skip the next stitch and then single crochet in the stitch after that. Okay, so do that all the way around and then I'll meet you up for round 3. Alright, just chaining my last 3 here, and now we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. Okay, so not this chain up 1 if you can even see it anymore, but we're going to go into the actual single crochet stitch and then yarn over and pull through to make a slip stitch. There we go. So that was round 2. Going on to round 3 right away, I'm not even going to change color. If you want to, you can change color, fasten off here, and then start in any chain 3 space. But I'm just going to go into this chain 3 space and slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and now we're in there. And now I'm going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through. And we're going to make a series of stitches in each chain 3 space. So in each space we are going to put a single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. Now we're going to make a double crochet, so remember round 1, we are going to yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. Now we're going to make a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, just like that, go in, yarn over and then pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. Okay, that's a treble crochet. You can see we're getting taller and taller. Now we're going to come back down, kind of scoot these over so you have some room. We're going to make another double crochet, so yarn over once and go in, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to make another half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And one more stitch, a single crochet in there too. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. And there is a cute little petal. Awesome. So we're going to make all those stitches in each chain 3 space. So hop to the next chain 3 space. You don't even have to worry about the single crochet here. Just go right into this chain 3 space and make a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, a treble crochet. Remember to yarn over twice for that treble crochet. And then we're going to make another double crochet, so only yarn over once for the double crochet, and then a half double crochet, and lastly a single crochet. So you can see that each one makes it taller and then shorter, so we're making little petals here. So just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 4. When you're finished with your last petal, just slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, okay, not this little chain up one here. We're going to go into the single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And now I am going to change color and fasten off here. If you are not changing color, I think you have to anyway because we're doing back post stitches, so we don't want a little, like, it'll look kind of weird if you don't fasten off because it'll have the trail of yarn into the back here, and you won't see your back post stitches very well, so I suggest you change color here. So let's fasten off, just chain 1 and then pull that yarn through when you cut it, and then we're going to start in any stitch. I'm going to start actually in a treble crochet stitch from the back of it. Okay, so we're going to go from behind it right here on the right side of it, and then around the treble crochet, or any stitch, and then to this side, just like this. So we're in the back of it. And I'm going to grab my next color. I have this dark orchid here, and we're going to hook this on, and then pull that through, okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Here, let me get my yarn all tightened up here. There we go. Chain 1, and we're going to make back post half double crochets all the way around this piece. So yarn over, okay, go on this side again around that post to the back, okay, then yarn over and pull it through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, that's a back post half double crochet, and you can kind of see it in the front here. There is the back post type. So these stitches, you'll see they will be revealed throughout this round. So now let me grab some more yarn here and I'll show you how to do the rest of this round. We're going to go around this next stitch right here, this double crochet. So let's yarn over, go on from the back of the work around the post of the double crochet to the back again, yarn over and pull through. Okay, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, just like that. Okay, so now on to this half double crochet right here, yarn over, go from this side of it around it to this side, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And this single crochet here, yarn over, go on this side of it to this side, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so you can see the back post stitches and how they look. Looks good so far. So we just have to do this all the way around this piece in every stitch around. So this next single crochet stitch, just back post half double crochet around every stitch. So I'm going to do that and then I'll meet you up for round 5. Alright, so when you're done half double crocheting in the back post all the way around, this is what it should look like. It looks really cool. So now we're going to slip stitch to the first back post half double crochet. So right into here, we're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now this next round, if you are not changing color, you can just chain 1 and go on to the next round with me, but I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn. And then pull that through and pull tight. I'm changing color here, so I'm going to hook on a new color. And we're going to work in the back loops only. So we started in this treble crochet stitch for that last round. So just go into this stitch right above it, okay, wherever you ended. And in this stitch, we're actually going to work in the back loops only of this round. So you can see we usually go through both loops here. The loop that's closest to you right here is the front loop, okay? The loop that's back here is called the back loop. So we're going to be working just in those back loops. If you want to work in both loops, that's totally cool. You can do that as well. But just for the effect and a little bit of detail, we're going to work in the back loop. So I'm going to hook on this new color. Okay, this is Jade, and we are going to, actually I'm going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And now we are going to, let me make sure I'm doing this right, yep, we're going to double crochet in each stitch around, so yarn over, go into this back loop of this next stitch right here, then yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so very, very similar to round 1, how we just did double crochets all the way around. We're just putting 1 double crochet in the back loop of each stitch, of each of these back post half double crochet stitches, all the way around. So very simple round, this one. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you up for round 6. Alright, just double crocheted in each stitch in the back loop only. You can see here that there is like a ribbing effect here. You can see those front loops that were left free. So it's just a little tiny detail, but I really like it. So now we're going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain up 3 right in here. Just go in this front loop and back loop, and then yarn over and pull through and through. And now I'm going to change color and fasten off here. So chain 1 and cut this yarn. There we go, pull that through and pull tight. If you are not changing color, I think you're going to regardless, because we are going to work again with front and back loop stitches. So now what I need you to do is look at this piece. I'm just going to look at some random section here. So you can see down here in round 3 where we made those treble crochet stitches right here in the petals. Okay, here's our petal, so here's round 1, 2, 3. This petal right here, and there's that treble crochet in the center, and then you can see the back post half double crochet right behind it, okay, right there, and you can see the double crochet that's worked into that stitch right there. So we are going to start actually in the stitch that's to the left of this stitch right here. Okay, so the stitch that's worked into the stitch that's worked into the treble crochet stitch here. So here's the treble crochet stitch, and then there's the half double crochet behind it, and then here's the stitch that's worked into that. We're going to work into the one to the left of it, so this one right here. So we're going to go into there, and we're actually not going to work into the stitch, we're going to work around the stitch, around the post. So we're actually going to go from the front, we're going to do front post stitching, right? Am I right? Yes. Front post. So we're going to go into the front of our work, around the post like this, just like that, okay? And we're going to hook on our new color, this is berry, and we're going to pull this through, just like that. And I'm just going to chain one, okay? And what we're going to do, I'm going to pull this loop up a little bit, and we're going to make a front post double crochet around this stitch. So yarn over, go around the stitch from this side, okay, from the front to the back, and then back to the front, just like that. And then yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. Okay, that's a front post double crochet. Now on the next stitch, we're going to make a back post double crochet. So yarn over, go from the back of your work around that next post, just like that, to the back, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a back post double crochet right there. So we're going to alternate these 2 stitches 3 times. So that was 1. So then make a front post double crochet on the next stitch. So yarn over, go into the here on this side, then yarn over like this and pull that around it. Then yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. On the next stitch, we're going to back post double crochet. So yarn over, go from behind the work, okay, around that post, yarn over and pull that through, then yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Next stitch, we're going to do a front post. So that was our second repeat. So you can see 1 repeat, 2 repeat. So now we're going to do a front post double crochet, and then a back post double crochet on the next. Okay, and now that should get you to the stitch that's worked into the stitch that's worked into the treble crochet. And I'm going to pull this out so you can see that here. So this next stitch right here, okay, we're not working anything in there. And you can see the stitch that it's worked into is this half double crochet back post, and that's worked around this treble crochet stitch. You can see it back here. There we go. There's our treble crochet stitch, there's the half double crochet it's worked in, and there's the stitch. So we're going to skip that. We're going to actually work into the treble crochet down here. Okay, so we're going to make an extended treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the top exposed stitch part of that treble crochet right here. Okay, then you can kind of fold this stuff backward, kind of push it down with your finger. Okay, then yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through those other 2 loops. That's an extended treble crochet into that treble crochet from round 3. Okay, now we're going to skip that stitch in that back right there because that treble crochet is kind of just worked in that place there. And on this next stitch here, we are going to make a front post double crochet. And now we're going to just repeat what we did. So front post double crochet on this one, then back post double crochet on this next one, then front post double crochet on the next, then back post double crochet on the next, then front post double crochet on the next, and back post double crochet on the next. And then you should get to the next spot where you should have your extended treble crochet, and you can kind of stretch this up. This is our treble crochet stitch right there. So we're going to yarn over twice, go down into that right there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So they're kind of connecting. So that's how that should look. Okay, so from there to there. Just repeat all of that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, so you want to end this round with an extended treble crochet stitch into that stitch down there, and then skip that stitch behind it up here, and then slip stitch to the first front post double crochet stitch right here. Okay, so just go in there, and then yarn over, pull through, and through. And now we are going to change color. We are going to start in an extended treble crochet stitch. So if you are not changing color, you can, go back into that stitch like this and then chain up 1 and single crochet in there. But I'm going to change color. So I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn. And then I'm going to pull that through and pull it tight to fasten off. And then let's toss that yarn aside and grab a new color. This one is Pool. And we're going to start in an extended treble crochet stitch right in here. So go in there and then hook on your new color. Okay, chain up 1. And then single crochet into that same stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. And now we're going to chain 8. So yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop to the next extended treble crochet, so way over here, right in there, and single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so we're going to have these like loops looking things. So then chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then hop to the next extended treble crochet stitch here and single crochet in there. And just do that all the way around. So you'll have a bunch of these, I think 8 of them in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 of these chain 8 spaces. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. When you're finished with round 7, just slip stitch into this first single crochet right here, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, just like that. It's turning out very lovely so far. How awesome. And that was a very simple round. I'm not even going to change color. We're going to work into each of these chain 8 spaces. Just like we worked round 3, we're going to do a series of stitches in each chain 8 space. So let's slip stitch into this chain 8 space, yarn over, pull through, and pull through, and then chain up 1. So yarn over, pull through, and then in this chain 8 space, or in each chain 8 space, we are going to put a single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then a half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then a double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And now we're going to make another half double crochet, so we're going to go a little shorter here. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, now we're going to make a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, and you can see that that half double crochet is very short, so it kind of humps over, down, and then goes up again. We're going to make a double treble stitch, so yarn over 3 times, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and the last 2, yarn over and pull through those. That's a double treble stitch. Now we're going to come back down, so let's make a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now we're going to make a half double crochet, so yarn over once, go down in there, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So very short. Okay, it's going to bunch up like this, but don't worry, it's going to stretch out when we attach it to the embroidery hoop. Now we're going to make a double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to make another half double crochet, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And then last stitch in here is a single crochet. Okay, just like that. So now you can kind of stretch these apart, make sure that they fit in the chain 8 space, and kind of, position it and play around with it, stretch it out. Okay, and that's what it should end up looking like, something like that. There we go, right there. So it's going to go up, down, and then up, and then down, and then up and around. Okay, so now we're going to repeat everything we did in here in each chain space around. So hop to the next, just skip over the single crochet here, and then just go right into this chain 8 space and make your stitches. So it's single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, then half double crochet, then treble crochet, so yarn over twice for the treble crochet, and then we're going to get even higher, double treble crochet, so yarn over 3 times in there, and then another treble crochet, so yarn over twice for the treble crochet, then a half double crochet, then a double crochet, then a half double crochet again, and then a single crochet. And then we're going to stretch it out, make sure it fits through that chain, just spread it out a little bit, give it some breathing room. There we go, just like that. They look good. Awesome. So then just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round. Alright, when you finish your last petal here, we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, which is right here. We're going to go in, yarn over and pull through and pull through. Now regardless if you're changing color or not, we have to fasten off, so chain 1 and cut this yarn and then pull that through and pull it tight. I know I haven't been showing you how to sew in your ends at this point, so I'll just show you now. We're just going to take our yarn needle and sew in this end here, just in the back, underneath at the base of the stitches. I'm just going in and then pulling that through, and that's sewn in. So that's how I sew in my ends, and then stretch it out, make sure it's all hidden in the back there. Okay, so now you can sew in all your ends as you go, but this is what it should look like so far. Very, very nice. So now we're going to go on to round 9. We're going to start in a double treble, so right at the point of a petal right here, and we're going to make back post stitches around each stitch, but there are different ones. We're going to go around this one, so from the back around the double treble, which is the center stitch of this petal here, the tallest stitch. I am going to change color here, so I'm going to grab this gold, and I'm going to hook that on and then pull that through. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, around the double treble stitches we are going to put a back post single crochet, so go around it just like we did to attach. We're going to go around it from the back, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a back post single crochet. Okay, and that's on the middle stitch of the petal, which is a double treble stitch. Now on the next stitch we are going to back post half double crochet. So yarn over, go around this treble crochet from the back, around it, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a back post half double crochet. Then on the next stitch, we are going to, actually on the next 3 stitches, put a back post double crochet on each one of those. So yarn over, go around this half double crochet stitch, behind it, around it, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go around the double crochet from the back around the post, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And around this next half double crochet, yarn over, go around it. Ooh, that might be a little tougher because it's next to a single crochet, which is really short. Yarn over, pull through, if you can. There you go. Yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay. On each of these single crochets here, there's a single crochet in this chain 8 space and a single crochet in this chain 8 space. On each of those, we are going to put a back post treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go on this side of the single crochet. Let's see if I can get there. Here we go. Around it. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's a back post treble crochet. So again, on this single crochet right here, we're going to yarn over twice, go around the stitch from the back, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Now on the next 3 stitches, we are going to put a back post double crochet, so just yarn over once, and you know how to do back post double crochets now. Here's 1, here's 2, and 3. And then on the next stitch, this treble crochet stitch, we are going to put a back post half double crochet. So yarn over, go around it from the back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And now we're at the next double treble stitch. So like I said, all the double treble stitches are going to get a back post single crochet. So no yarning over, just going around it like that. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so we've just made those series of stitches, and it kind of straightens it out across here. Looks good, and it's really popping over here too, so it's gonna look really fabulous around the whole thing. So just repeat that all the way around. So we back post single crocheted on this double treble stitch, so now back post half double crochet on the treble crochet, then back post double crochet on the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then back post treble crochet, so remember to yarn over twice for the treble crochet, and we're going to back post treble crochet on these next 2 stitches, which are the single crochet stitches. Here and here. Okay, and then we're just going to back post double crochet on the next 3 stitches. So the half double crochet stitch, the double crochet stitch, and the half double crochet stitch. So we're going to put a back post double crochet on each one of those. Then a back post half double crochet on the next treble crochet stitch, and then we're at the double treble stitch right here. We're going to put a back post single crochet on that one. Okay, so just repeat that all the way around. If you need to, rewind this to see what I did between here. Otherwise, you can follow along with the written pattern. I am going to do this all the way around, and then I'll meet you up and we can attach this to our embroidery hoop. Alright, when you come all the way back around, we are going to slip stitch to the first back post single crochet right here. Okay, go in, yarn over, and pull through and through. Now at this point, I'm going to actually just chain one here and kind of pull up my yarn and remove my hook. I want to show you that this is what it should look like at this point. So if you want to, I mean, you could fasten off and have this as a cute little like doily or like hot pad or something, a cute little mandala design. But what I'm going to do is attach it to an embroidery hoop and stretch it out to make it almost look like a dream catcher. So what we're going to do is grab our embroidery hoop now at this point, and I'll measure this out so you can see how this is a 10-inch embroidery hoop, okay? And what we're going to do is just unscrew this top part here. You get two hoops, the outer hoop and the inner hoop, okay? So we're unscrewing this top portion here so we can just easily slip this inner hoop out. And we are going to set the outer hoop aside, okay? We are going to crochet this around this embroidery hoop here. And you can see here that it's not as big as the 10 inches of this hoop. There is quite a bit of space around it, but what we're going to do is stretch it to the sides so it will fit in the 10 inches around. So what we're going to do is take our hoop and set it on top of our piece, okay? So this yarn is in the back, okay? Set it on top, and then grab this loop from our fasten off around it, just like this. So this is how it should look right here, okay? You can see actually there's a 10 right there. That's a 10 inches of a hoop, okay? So I didn't really even have to measure that. But anyway, we're going to come around here, and now we're going to work around this hoop. I'm going to chain one. So yarn over and pull through. It's going to be quite cumbersome at first, but once it's starting to get attached, it's much easier. So yarn over and pull through, and these stitches are going to have to be extremely tight, okay? So what we're going to do now, I'm going to flip this over so it's much easier to see the top. Okay, yeah, just like that. So now we're going to go into that stitch, okay, around the hoop to the back, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. We're single crocheting around this thing, just like that, okay? And you want to make sure it's tight. So then go to the next stitch, down here, around the hoop, yarn over, pull through the stitch, so you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, next stitch, we're just single crocheting around, but it's going to be very tight. And once you get the hang of it, now see I'm on my 4th stitch now, and it's pretty secure now, so I'm gonna go much faster now. The first, I don't know, first or second stitch is a little bit cumbersome, but then once you get the hang of it, it'll go much faster. And you can always move your piece, manipulate it however you need to. Okay, and now you can see these stitches are in the front here. What we're going to do throughout this round is kind of just slide them over to the back here. Okay, so they're closer to the back. And then you want your piece here closer to the front. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's how it's going to look. So we're just going to single crochet around the hoop. Don't miss any stitches. We're going to single crochet in every stitch all the way around, working around the hoop itself so that we are attaching to it permanently, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I will meet you up when I'm going to fasten this off and we can be done with this pattern. Alright, I'm just coming to the end here. Now you'll notice that it does stretch out quite a bit and is quite tight, which is exactly what we want. So I'm almost done here. When you're finished single crocheting around, we're going to go to the first single crochet right in here, and we're going to slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and pull through, and then chain 1. We can fasten this off, so let's cut our yarn, pull that through, pull it tight, slide this to the back, go. So I kind of just slid all of them to the back there. And then I push this forward to the front all the way around. And that's what it looks like. So now we just want to sew in a few ends here. So let's set this down and take our yarn needle, and like I showed you earlier, we're just gonna take our yarn needle and then go underneath some of the stitches, and actually I'm just gonna go right through here. Okay, and this one as well. Just underneath these stitches. You can even, you know, wrap them in and out of the stitches, just like that. It doesn't have to be too perfect, that's in the back anyway. And then grab the outer hoop, flip this to the front, so this is the front of your work, and to know it's the front is when you see these stitches on round 3 and round 8 here. You can see these stitches are really poking out. So that's your front of your work. So we're going to slide this, so we have to loosen this up just a little bit more. And we're going to slide this over the top of our work and push it down. Okay, and then we can tighten that screw, just like this. And there it is, the beautiful mandala in an embroidery hoop is finished. How beautiful. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this. You can make as many of these as you want in different colors, make a whole wall piece. I am doing this in my home actually. I make different sizes of different mandalas of different patterns I've found online and attach them with that last round of single crocheting on the inner hoop of the embroidery hoop, and then attach the outer hoop. And then I just put a nail in the wall and hang it from here at the top there. So that is how I'm hanging all of mine on the wall, and I'm making a whole wall hanging piece. And I'll take a picture and put that in the blog so you can see how my wall turned out. So make sure you check out those links in the description of this video to the blog and to everything where you can get all the yarn and everything for this project. So thank you to Red Heart for providing today's yarn. Thank you to my dad for videotaping and editing and doing a photography for this project, and always thank you to you for being so loyal and watching and supporting YARNutopia. So until next time, happy hooking! Oh God.